Hey guys, it's Coach. Welcome to Coach Treks. Today, Mrs. Coach is not with us, but she's with us on the Pulmonia Ride that I'm getting ready to take you guys on. And we're going to go down the famous Malecon, which is the boardwalk in Mazatlan, Mexico. In addition to that, we're going to see the aftermath of what looked like a pretty significant car accident. So stick around for that as well. But before we go to the footage of the Pulmonia Ride, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am sporting some subscriber swag today. We have a subscriber named Red. And on one of the videos that I posted recently, I was wearing a North Carolina Tar Heels hat. And a part of the reason for that is that we flew out of Raleigh-Durham International Airport here in the Raleigh-Durham area. And that was the only sports team or hat that I had that represented a sports team or a college here in the area. So I wore that hat. Ari felt the need to let me know next time I did a video to wear a better hat. And so I let him know if he wanted to contribute to the cause, he was welcome to do so. And he provided me with the Appalachian State Mountaineers hat that I'm sporting today. And I really didn't have a shirt in these colors except for one. And I have a feeling that the folks in App State, they would know a little bit about whiskey. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. If you're a alumni or current student at App State, drop in the comments. Any whiskey knowledge? Alright guys, we are now in a Pulmonia, which is an open air taxi. Those are unique to Mazatlan. We just passed one on the right hand side there. And we rode a taxi, an actual taxi, only 2 times this week when we were in Mazatlan, and that's from the airport and then back to the airport. Otherwise, we walked wherever we wanted to go because it was a very walkable area. And if we wanted to go to any attractions that were further away, then we took a Pulmonia. We did not want to ride in a taxi. Up in the left-hand corner, you can see Mrs. Coach is with me there. So she is with us today, even though she's not sitting here with me doing the commentary on the trip. I did want to point out as we pass another Pulmonia here that the area that we're in, even though it's the Golden Zone or the Hotel Zone, it's the most touristy area of Mazatlan, it's still not overly commercialized, and we really liked that about it. It's, Mazatlan was not built around tourism like most of the coastal cities in Mexico, and there's working industries here, in particular fishing and others. And so there's just a lot of people here that are not in any way, shape, or form related to tourism. It's just a town where people go about their daily business. And we really like that about the area. It was not overly touristy. Just past some Razor vehicles there on the right. Those were all over the town, especially on the weekends. We saw a lot of those. We did not rent one of those, but the traffic around here, particularly on weekends, not something I want to be driving in, quite frankly. And it's a really unique structure here to the right. I've got some other footage of that as well coming up in another video. We're about to pass the Mazatlan sign. And you'll notice along the boardwalk there's some sculptures in different places, and we'll see some of those as we go through this video, and then also other video that we've got coming back up from the other end of the Malecon, which is what they call the boardwalk here. But as you can see, it's not very crowded. People are just going about their normal life, out for a run, maybe riding a bike, sitting on a bench, reading a book. It's just normal life in Mazatlan, and not crowded at all. We enjoyed that about the area. and of course the incredible views, the sea views to the right hand side, just absolutely phenomenal. You can see there's, as we go along, you'll see more of these, but there's a few little restaurants and bars over on the other side of the seawall there, down on the beach. We did not check any of these out. We did not eat this far away from where we were staying this particular week when we were in town, except for maybe one day I believe we ate toward downtown. And coming up on the right hand side, we're going to see a sculpture of a sea lion. We have a lot of footage from the aquarium here in Mazatlan that we'll put a video together on, and we attended a sea lion show that was absolutely incredible to watch. These massive animals and how they were trained to do some incredible stunts. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really good episode when we get all that footage put together for you. As I mentioned, other places over on the right hand side down on the beach that you can go, have a drink, get something to eat. I've got another video of the ride back in the other direction, showing a lot of the things that are on the other side of the street. But for this video, I was pretty much focused on what was all along the Malecon. Coming up, there's a sculpture of exactly what we're riding in, the Pulmonia. Again, that's an open-air taxi. Pulmonia means pneumonia in Spanish. And the story that the Pulmonia driver told us was that the taxi drivers didn't like it when the first Pulmonia drivers came into the area years back, and started the rumor that if you rode in an open-air taxi like this, that you'd get pneumonia. And somehow that name stuck, and there are a ton of these Pulmonias all over Mazatlan, and quite frankly, we saw a lot more of these than we did taxis. So maybe that backfired because it made the Pulmonias very, very popular. Anyway, there's a really cool sculpture there on the right, and we're getting ready to turn left. And I mentioned to you at the beginning of this video that we're going to see the aftermath of what looked like a pretty significant accident. That's coming up on the right hand side in just a moment as we pass this park. As we go down this street, I want you to notice there's some folks standing on the right hand side, and I'll pause it as we get down there. There's going to be some folks standing here in the street, and at first as we went by I didn't even notice. I'm going to pause it here, but notice that this guy's car, or I'm assuming it's this guy's car, it may be someone else's car, but how it looks like something came along and sideswiped it. So as we roll a little further down the road, we can see this vehicle, and that one clearly has been hammered pretty hard from behind and into the building. There's debris on the road, and then if you notice the truck over to the left, the back of it is also dinged in a little bit there. Let me see if I can back that up just a hair for us. We'll roll through here again. So you can see he got banged up as well there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but I can tell you as we roll back here a little bit that that white car got hammered pretty hard. So I'm not sure exactly what caused that, but in any case, we went past it pretty quickly, so we didn't get to see it you know, in great detail. So when I was watching the footage again, I noticed those folks that were standing out there by that first vehicle. It looked like it had been sideswiped. And again, this area is nothing fancy. It's a little older and certainly not touristy. It's just, you know, a normal area outside the tourist area of Mazatlan. You know, we thought about trimming this footage down a little bit, but we thought, you know, it's kind of cool for people to actually see what all's downtown. Right back at that last intersection, the driver asked us if we could smell anything, and as you got closer to this area that we're at now, it was a little fishy, and it turns out this is a fish market, seafood market. And so we were happy to get past that. It was just a little bit smelly, but it wasn't too bad there in that area. Good thing the video's not scratch and sniff. Anyway, we enjoyed just, you know, driving through the downtown away from tourist areas and being able to see a little bit more about what life on a normal weekday is like in this area of Mazatlan. So we are going to be turning right just up the road here, and we'll be heading toward the cathedral in Mazatlan. And that's where this video will end. We do have a video coming up of the inside of the cathedral, as well as some of the impressive artwork that's on the outside as well. That'll be coming up soon on the channel. So we'd like to ask you to please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos, and ring that bell so that you'll get a notification when we do post new content. And if you found anything interesting in this video, please give it a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that as well. Anything we can do to help our new channel catch that YouTube algorithm and get it out to more people, we would appreciate it. But there's the cathedral on the right, and we'll be taking you on a tour of the inside and the exterior of it coming up in a video soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Coach Treks.